Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I had a few requests in the comments to cover what Wise is. That's the money transfer service. So I'll kind of give you a dumbed down version of what Wise is. I am not a financial expert, but I do use Wise a lot every single month. I pay my rent with it. I pay bills, I transfer money around, pay lawyers, pay for my health insurance. I actually just bought a flight the other day using Wise because I was trying to charge it on my Visa and I was waiting for that code to come over text, and I sent the code like 6 times and it still never came to my phone. Must have been an issue at the bank. So I just switched the payment method over to bank transfer, used Wise, sent the money right from Canada to the Netherlands. I was booking on KLM, and yeah, it was done within seconds. So Wise is extremely useful. I'll get into kind of what it is, and then I'll show you how to make a simple transfer. And yeah, hopefully you'll find the video beneficial, and we'll get right into it. So Wise is not a bank, but they do offer a card. I have the Wise card right here. Very simple to get. You just apply for one. I don't even think there's a fee for it, but it's a valuable tool. So within Wise, I have a Canadian denomination account and a Euro account. That's separate from my Spanish bank account and my Canadian bank account. Now, I know this can be a little confusing, but say I'm abroad and let's say, for instance, I'm in Los Angeles and I need to go to an ATM. I can use my Wise card to pull out US funds, and they'll just basically debit it from my either Canadian or my European account. And likewise, if I'm out for dinner and I want to pay the bill, I can use this as like a Visa or a debit card, and I can pay for dinner. And even though I don't have US funds, they will just convert it right on the spot. Like I said, 160 countries, 40 currencies, so you're good to go at an ATM and at a store. You should have no problem using it. It is a super valuable tool to have, and it's just one of the many perks you get with Wise. So the other benefit to Wise is the option to open different accounts in different currencies. So I have, now these are separate from your banking. Don't confuse this with banking. So I have a Canadian Wise account, and then I also have a Euro Wise account. And the benefit of that is, say somebody in Spain needs to send me money from their Sabadell account. So instead of them trying to send it to my Canadian account, I can just give them my European IBAN, which is based in Belgium. So it makes it very easy for them. And then once I have that into my Wise Euro account, I can either send that to my Spanish bank, my Canadian bank, or my Canadian Wise account. It sounds a bit confusing, but when you see it online, it's very simple. So the thing I use Wise for the most, of course, is international money transfers. So I have my Canadian bank back home, and they are horrendous at sending international money transfers. The value is always incorrect. I tell them I need to send 1,000 euros to someone, like for example, a lawyer, and it comes in at like 960 euros. And then they blame the Spanish banks. So I scrapped them and started using Wise years ago. Because the way Wise does it is you put in what the recipient will receive, and then the fees kind of work backwards. We'll get it. I'll show you how that works a little later on the screen. But the value will be exactly what you want it to be, and it's instantaneous. It's within seconds. And the Canadian banks, they were actually horrible, and it took days, and then I was always going in and having to get them to resend more money over. So it's a nightmare. Wise, you can just do it yourself, literally from your phone in seconds. But before you get into transferring money or having cards, you're gonna have to register. So basically, you gotta grab a piece of ID and go through the registration process with Wise. Then you're gonna have to link your account. For me, that was back in Canada, so I have my Canadian account linked. And then now I can send money to lawyers, health insurance, airlines, whatever I need to do. But then once I moved over and I had my Spanish account, I linked that as a recipient. So now I can send myself money directly. So Wise kind of acts as like a middleman. They grab it from your Canadian account and then shove it over into your Spanish account literally within like 5 seconds. It's super fast. So that's how I transfer my money, and I pay my rent. I just have my landlord as a recipient, transfer the money on the first of the month all the time, and it's seamless. And then obviously my utility bills and stuff like that, I pay out of my Spanish account. They just debit it right out. But with Wise, it's so easy to transfer money abroad, and there's no headache. You don't have to go in the bank. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can do it right on your phone. It is that simple. So another advantage of a Wise account is that you can receive payments. So you can receive your paycheck or your pension into your Wise account, and then you can either spend it on your card or you can transfer it into your international accounts wherever you may be. So let's say I had to send someone 750 euros. We'll type that into the recipient box. You'll see the fees work backwards, and then that will be charged to me into my Canadian total. So the recipient gets the 750. So next I'll demonstrate how to send myself 600 euros from Canada to Spain. So you basically just select the send button, what account you want to take it from. You enter your value, so I'm going to send myself 600 euros, and then you select the recipient, which will be myself, obviously, and then it just gives you an overview of what transaction's about to take place here. And yeah, that's it. That's really it. Sometimes you'll have to re-enter your password as a security thing, and sometimes you'll have to verify it via the app on your phone with your fingerprint or something. Just another layer of security, but not a big issue. And then, yeah, it literally takes just a few seconds and the money is in my Spanish bank account. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too confusing. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. There is lots of videos on YouTube that go into like really intricate details of Wise. You can do large money transfers, like you can send a couple $100,000 or whatever. That's all. That's regulated by FinTrack and all that kind of stuff. So if you really want to deep dive, maybe go check out those. But for the simple everyday transactions or monthly transactions, like paying your rent and transferring money into your Spanish account to go shopping, that's kind of was the point of this video. I hope you got some value from it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.